welcome to Deckman Productions and welcome to Conrail. So, the last time you guys remembered, I sort of added an MTH Premier car to my Conrail Award train, and it ended up being a disaster. So the award train was initially supposed to have been produced by K-Line. However, K-Line was bought by Lionel. Before that could happen, Lionel went ahead and produced the already existing orders, which included the K-Line SD70 Mac and the award train. So the Conrail Safety Award train ended up being a actual K-Line SD70 Mac with 3 K-Line intermodal cars, but they were boxed up in orange Lionel boxes. So it was kind of like, it's a little, if you don't understand the story, it can be a little confusing, but all 4 of those pieces are actually K-Line. Lionel just produced it in the K-Line molds. But getting back to that train, it's a cool set. The SD70 Mac is full conventional. So anybody who knows anything about Conrail knows that I use Lionel transformers, 180 watt transformers. I don't have full control throttle transformers, so the Lionel 180 watt powerhouse transformers give you the full 18 volts all the time. So what I did a couple years back, I wanted to run conventional trains on this layout, so I went ahead and got a Lionel Power Master, which gives you that feature of using a throttle to control conventional trains. So basically what happens is the Power Master connects to the track, and the Powerhouse 180 watt brick connects to the Power Master. Now there is a switch on there if you're using 135 watt or 180 watt, so you got to pay attention to that. Also, if this is something you guys are interested in because you don't want to use transformers with throttles on them like me, you just want to use a brick, just make sure that you pick out the right Power Master. There's 2 different versions, so you gotta pay very close attention, but it's easy enough to spot. But hear me out. Anyway, so there is a Power Master for a TMCC remote control and a Power Master for legacy controls. The biggest, easiest way to tell the difference is the color. Believe it or not. The Power Master that is like a gray color, yeah, that's for TMCC remote controls. And then the one that's blue is made for legacy controls like the 990 remote. People often wonder, well, what's the difference? Well, they talk 2 different frequencies. So basically the legacy will not work on TMCC, and the TMCC version won't work on legacy. So just putting that out there for you guys. But anyway, you program the Power Master just like a locomotive. I put mine as engine number 2. And then when I put something that's conventional on the track, I hit engine 2, and then just basically I use the throttle, and instead of the throttle controlling the locomotive, the throttle actually controls the voltage to the track, just like you were using a throttle on a transformer. Really no different. If I want to run something that's legacy with full legacy remote, well, that's easy enough. I just hit engine 2 again, which is my powerhouse. I throttle all the way up to the full 18 volts, and then hit the engine number of the locomotive I want to run, and I'm good to go. But anyway, like I said, I tried to add a MTH Premier intermodal car to that set. Ended up being a disaster. I didn't even think about it. So I ended up hitting one of my tunnels. My tunnels were not tall enough to accommodate the intermodals. So I was a little disappointed with that run. I ended up putting that car somewhere else. And started adding other K-line intermodal cars to it instead. I also bought a semi-scale, 2 Lionel semi-scale spine car sets to go with it, and 2 Lionel semi-scale flat cars with trailers on them. And finally, to end it, I found a K-line Conrail police caboose. And yes, Conrail did have their own police force. So I did buy additional cars and semi-scale for that train. We're going to run that today. But on another note, if you watch my Christmas special, I did buy MTH Premier intermodal cars to run a full-scale stack train later on. Now, a couple of people asked, well, did you raise your tunnel since you crashed it last? I'm like, yeah, I did. So, but I wanted the Vision-Line Conrail GG1, and I needed to raise the tunnels just for that, because I wanted to run it and enjoy it with the pantographs up. So I spent an entire weekend raising up tunnels, because I have, looking back now, I have 4 tunnels altogether. So I had to raise up 4 tunnels. Alright, so let's go ahead and enjoy the Conrail Safety Train. It was made in 2004. And again, for you guys, you're thinking, wait a minute, Conrail ended in 1999. How can it be a 2004 Conrail Safety Award? Well, remember, there's still Conrail Shared Assets, which does operate today.